What's up, model car fans? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And today we're back on my friend Keith's shop, Keith's Model Cars, to check out a few new releases. I'm going to be picking up something new from my collection, and we'll just kind of show around the shop to see what he has. I'll put all of his links and description and stuff down below if you want to come check it out. Website? Yeah, website is currently down. He's doing a revamp. That'll be back up soon, so everything will be down below. If you live in the GTA, make sure to come check out Keith's shop if you're looking for anything model car related. So yeah, we're just getting some cleanup and some setup done in the back, so we'll go walk the perimeter, because as you can see, there's a bunch of display cases. We'll check those out, and then we'll unbox some things, because there's some new things to check out. And yeah, you never know what craziness Keith has. Alright guys, so we have a few of the cars laid out that we're going to show you today, as there's Keith behind me giving a wave. Right. This is the Keith behind Keith's Model Cars. But yeah, I won't go like crazy in-depth on everything. I just want to give you an overview of some of the new stuff. You can see all the new AutoArt Civics in front of me, the new Corvette ZR1, the C7 ZR1 here. There's a Keele Ferrari just off to my left here that we're going to do a bit more in-depth unboxing. Daytona SP3 and some of the Aventadors, the SVJs. So AutoArt has now finally released the first batch of the facelift FK8 Type R. So of course the FK8 Type R first came out in 2018 for the North American market, and then in 2020 they had the bit of the facelift. So with the facelift, again, you have some extra little details around the front and the back. Power and everything basically remain the same on this car, but we can see here we have the red. We have the, I believe they call it still the championship white here. We have the black one over on this side, and then we have kind of the metallic gray up front. Typical Type R, we have the red accents all around the black and red seats. Interestingly enough, because these are, I guess, Honda, these are all right-hand drive vehicles, so keep that in mind if you're going to be collecting the models. They are all right-hand drive, because I guess they're the Euro or Japanese spec cars, which is actually really, really cool. One of the latest things to drop is something that will be joining my collection soon in different colors, stay tuned, but is the C7 ZR1 by AutoArt. This one here finished in the black with the red interior details. Again, I'll go over these a little bit closer up so you can see. We have over on this side some of the SVJs. So we have the green, or the Verde Alceo, which was, I think, part of the first batch that came out way back. Same with the yellow. I believe the Giallo Tenerife, I believe, was the official color for this one. And then we have a more recent one, the orange. I don't remember which orange this is, Arancio, can't remember the specific color. I'll put it up on screen once I remember. But yeah, this one's really cool. This is part of the more latest batch. They released the orange ones, and they have a white and a black one, which are here behind me as well. You probably saw in the little montage. And then to end off, we have our Daytona SP3, which is actually a model that I'm going to be buying and taking home with me. So we'll go over this as well. But yeah, that's kind of the overview of everything that we have here. Again, C7 ZR1s, the black is kind of the first release. There are a bunch more colors coming. Want to check out the AutoArt website, or obviously check out Keith's website for stuff that's coming in later on. Again, like I said, I will be getting one. I'm not going to reveal what color I'm getting just yet, because I'm actually still undecided 100%. But I think, yeah, get them all, Keith says. Of course he would say that, more money for him, right? But yeah, in a second here, I'll pull you guys off the tripod. We'll come over, I'll give you guys a bit of a closer look at the Civics. For the most part, if you guys have followed my channel, you will have seen my full SVJ review on my purple one. Again, these cars have been out for a little while, still waiting on the roasters to drop. So yeah, let me stop rambling too much, guys, let's bring you over this way. We'll get a close-up look, and then we'll unbox this Ferrari, which is going to be sweet. Alright guys, so I brought Keith in for a second before we do the in-depth, just to give a bit of an update on the SVJs and I guess stock that he has incoming. So Keith, take it away.
Alright guys, hi, yeah, Keith here. So a little surprise, and you might be familiar with these two colors here already, the green and the yellow. So it's been a long time since we got them. Last time would have been last year, 2022. This will most likely be our last batch. So they will be up on the website and they will be available for you to buy, or if you'd like to say, hold on reserve, and then you can pick them up in store. You can look out for them on our website, and this is most likely our last batch for these two colors. As we already know, the red is gone, the solid blue is gone, and the purple. These two are probably going to be on the chopping block pretty soon, if not already.
So a little bit closer look at the SVJs. As I mentioned before, if you've watched my channel in the past, you'll have seen my full review, but just to get a better up close look at the Verde Alceo, the Giallo Tenerife, and the Arancio Atlas is what the official color is for the orange. Of course, the SVJ, probably the most hardcore version of the Aventador they've ever built. 770 horsepower, just you put a tune on the back, it shoots flames. 6.5 liter naturally aspirated V12. But one thing I can note here is, you can see on the back of the engine bay, of course, with the SVJ, and I guess a bit more of the more special models for Lambo, if you will, is we saw it first on the Performante, is we have kind of the gold cover over the engine bay, and you'll notice here on this green model that the suspension components are painted red in the back, whereas on the yellow and the orange one, they're just straight black. So little attention to details like that, where they have the suspension color, same as the caliper color on this SVJ. You can see the red calipers. All the SVJs, of course, come with the J in red, Iota, or I believe Italian for racing or some other derived word. But yeah, there is kind of the quick shot of the Aventadors. Of course, it has the doors that go up. And again, the attention to detail on these is super awesome. If you've ever seen an SVJ in real life, you'll know that AutoArt absolutely nailed the specs in my opinion. But let's come over here to some of the new and check out the Type R. So I'll just pick up the red one here quickly. You see what I was saying with the facelift, right? So the facelift FK8, if you guys know your Type Rs, you can see that little sort of extra trim piece above the fog light. They added that in for the facelift version of all the 10 gens, to be honest, not just the FK8, but all the 10 gens. We can see on the back there as well, that little extra trim piece. Not a lot else changed with the facelift on these cars. It was basically those little trim pieces there. Again, power and everything remained the same on the Type R as we know it. You can see there, as I was saying, they're all right-hand drive. And in a second here, let me just put you guys down quickly and we'll open it up and take a look at the interior. So now with the car fully opened up, of course, AutoArt makes fully opening diecast models. So we can see the Type R, of course, being a 4-door, all 4 doors open up, the rear hatch opens up, and we can open up the front to reveal that 2-liter twin-turbo charged power plant in the Type R. But let's get some extra light in here. You can see how I was saying about it being a right-hand drive car, and it's really cool. You have all the red accents on the front, whereas the back of the car is just all black seats. We have nice, proper felt lining in the back, and if you feel it, it actually is real felt. So that's a cool attention to detail in there as well. Of course, they're all 6-speed manuals, so you can see the manual there. Kind of hard to see all the details, but just I'll put some pictures up. Just take my word for it, guys. The detail on this is pretty awesome. Very, very accurate. Again, if you guys know the cars, AutoArt does a really good job of actually nailing all the specs. So that's the red one there. We can see all fully opening. And then just get a little closer look at the white one here, the black car, and then the ceramic gray. Now these are the first batch that's come out. There are more coming. There's the yellow, the Phoenix yellow, racing yellow, whatever they call it. There's also the blue one. I will be getting the blue one. Of course, if you guys know me from my other channel or just personally, I drive not a Type R, sadly, but I do have a blue 10th gen Civic, a 2018 Touring. So I thought it'd be kind of fitting that pretty much the only Civic you can get is a Type R. So of course I had to add a blue one into my collection, given the fact that I drive same generation in blue. One more little detail thing to point out. I mentioned AutoArt has a great attention to detail. We can even see right here, hopefully, that it doesn't actually really connect anything or hold anything up because it has the hydraulics on the back. But they even integrated the hood prop which you see is up now. It folds down and sits exactly, I'll put it together carefully, but it sits exactly in place as it would on the real car. Again, it doesn't actually hold anything up, but again, it's those little attention to details that make the model complete, almost a complete version of what would be the true 1-to-1 scale real car. Swapping out the Civic for the Corvette quickly, we can see here again, C7 ZR1, awesome detail. Of course, this one being the big wing version. I don't know if AutoArt is going to make the low wing, or I guess more drag version of the car, but at least right now, I know they're making the big wing version, but let's be honest, if you're buying one of these cars, you're kind of buying it for the hilariously big wing. Super awesome details. Again, this one finished in black. A bunch more colors are going to be coming. We can see that fully red interior. Let me just grab the little key. We can open this up. Here we go. Get a quick shot of the interior. Again, all black with all the red accents. Looks awesome in there with the little Corvette plaque on this back. I'm going to assume that we can open up the back here as well. It's awesome. We can open the back, which just clears the wing. You can see when Chevy built the car in real life, they obviously made it so that you can open the rear hatch, and it just has just enough space to clear the wing. Same with the AutoArt model. If we lower it down a little bit, we can see how it just perfectly fits in that gap. And if I just come around to the front here, we can see the carbon details. So carbon fiber over on the roof and down the center tunnel, basically that covers up the supercharger. Now, unfortunately, at least at the time being, the roof is not removable, which is a bit of a disappointment given that all these generation Corvettes were Targa roofs. You could actually take the roof off. They did make the full convertible version as well, but you can make these a Targa roof. So I'm a little disappointed that at least at the time being, the roof is fixed. Not a huge deal as it is the coupe, but let's go ahead and open up the front, where unfortunately we don't see a whole lot because, of course, as with the real car, Chevy has this big carbon fiber cover that basically covers everything, so we don't get to see the awesome V8 or the supercharger in there. But again, attention to details, the carbon fiber work on there is awesome. Not sure how well it's going to come across on the camera, but as usual, the carbon fiber detail is there. And then we get a cool little, I guess, big hole in the hood when we lift it up. Okay, so switching gears for a second over to the SB3, the Ferrari Daytona SB3. Beautiful car. I actually managed to see one in person just randomly when I was in London back in the end of July, beginning of August. It's a car that when it first came out, I wasn't super sold on the design, but it started to grow on me. And then again, once I actually saw one go past me and actually hear the engine and everything, I was like, sold. I need the model version of this. Saw that they had these, was going to wait and maybe try to find one online somewhere. But happily, Keith brought this in, and I think he was saying you're the only person right now that has these.
To my knowledge, I think so.
In Canada, so yeah. So that's a plus, guys. If you wanted to get a Daytona SB3, again, check out the website. Everything linked down below. But we can see here, I chose to go with this spec. So the full red exterior, silver wheels, blue calipers, and the blue interior. You guys already know I love my blue. This is also a throwback. I don't remember exactly which car, but this is a Ferrari Heritage throwback. If we flip it around quickly, we can see kind of the crazy rear end design. Everything opens up on this model as well. This is a Barago model, but I mean, for the quality and everything, it's a Barago. I know some people will probably gasp and not like it because it's a cheaper model, but honestly, they're the only ones that make one of these right now that aren't crazy expensive, like MR or BBR. For the price, it's absolutely awesome. You get everything. You get everything fully opening up, so we can open up the doors. Sorry about that, guys. This brand new model, stiff doors, so that's good. Build quality is there. I had to put the camera down to actually open it up properly, so we can see the doors open. Obviously the dihedral Ferrari doors. The rear clam opens up, and we can take a little peek at that V12 back there, and I believe the front piece opens up as well. I'm gonna pass it off to Keith just for extra hands to see that the front opens up as well, and we can see it has a little bit of a storage spot. Again, not much in the real car. Obviously, the real car would be a little bit better frunk than the model, but still cool to see that everything opens up.
And it has flopping as well to some degree, that you can feel that there's a texture to it.
But it does have proper felt liner in there, so overall, super awesome. This particular model, then this spec, is fully open. There are ones that do have a roof piece. We have one just over here which will demonstrate how the roof and everything works, a white one. So again, exact same spec from Burago, well, exact same model from Burago, except this one here is finished in the white with the tan interior with the racing stripes over the front. And we have the roof piece here, which we'll go ahead and unwrap and show you exactly how it fits. I was going back and forth a little bit on if I wanted the roof piece. It would be cool, but unfortunately the red model that I'm bringing home with the blue interior doesn't come with the roof. If you guys do want the roof piece and the red model, I believe the red with the tan interior does come with the roof piece. I guess really if you want to buy both and just swap them over, you can. I don't think I'd recommend buying the white one and try to swap it over because there's going to be a white roof. Or is it carbon fiber?
No, we're going to see for yourself.
We'll see. We'll find out in just a moment as we have a beautiful Civic in behind us.
So if you want to even try right now.
So yeah, so we can see there. It does fit, obviously, but I guess it's up to you if you want the racing stripe. Because there's no stripes on the red, it looks a little bit out of place. But if we slap it onto the white one, we can see there, it fits perfectly. It works well with the racing stripe right over the top. And so there you go, guys. There's what the looks like with the roof on, and there's obviously it in the full convertible mode.